जे तू ना फड़दा।
On my way to the temple, I was listening to a Satsang and it says, Guruji said, keep it short. And I think I'm going to try and follow that keep it short model. The pandemic has brought about something new in all of us. We socialize less, we have less frivolous conversations, we do not go out in malls, we don't socialize so much that the containment of the socialization is primarily that you don't talk frivolous conversations. You can say that this is the design of Guruji, or you could say that the nature is calling back to you to say that you need to get aligned with nature. So if you haven't realized, some of the things that sort of comes out, it's very apparent or very visible, is the weather conditions have improved a lot, and I think it's not just in one particular state or country, but it's practically all over the world. People have started becoming a lot more civilized in terms of nature. They've started recycling stuff. They've understood the importance of what the natural resources are. So this brings to the question as to why Guruji came here. What was the reason why he was here? He was not here because he wanted to take care of some of your desires that you had. You have a small problem and you think about Guruji. You want something and you go back to Guruji. I don't think that was the reason for him to be here. He was here because he wanted to teach all of us the reason for our living. What's the purpose? And why is it that we need to be connected either to nature or to something higher than that? I think a lot of us did not understand, and we still refuse to understand that self reason. And it's probably a reason why we are in this pandemic situation, because it gives us enough time to do that introspection. Introspect on, when you're sitting at home and you cannot go out, the only thing you can do is you can be aligned to your own thoughts. And if you look at your thoughts, when you're not in a pandemic situation, they sort of flow in different sets of directions. When you're interacting with someone, there is a sense of pride, egoism, selfishness, and they all sort of react back. When you talk to someone, who has an ego attitude, you react in the same fashion. When somebody tells a lie, you react in the same fashion, and so on and so forth. So it's that introspection. I think that state has sort of been created for us to all to introspect, and also there is a sense of detachment. We attach ourselves to material being, right? But it's not just the material being; it's also our self. Our sense of attachment with our own family, mother, father, or whoever it is. I lost my mother about 2 months ago to COVID. She fought for about 45 days. And I could not, it was very unsettling for me because I could not figure out what she had done wrong, because she was a religious person and she had lived a good life, a simple life, and I could not understand it. But the fact that I could not go back to India even to perform her last rites, it unsettled me. But at some point I kind of realized that, the lesson that I needed to learn was that I need to be detached and I need to go with the flow. So it's also important to understand that, the nature is telling you that go with the flow. Let me tell you how to sort of live. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to tell Guruji that, I'm facing this problem, solve my problem. You don't need to do that. You're going to face hardship. You're going to have sense of happiness, sense of sadness and all that. But what is important is to go with the flow. And the more you do, the less fear you will have, the more faith you will have, the more positivity you will have in your life. Jai Guruji.